Well, for more now on the showdown in the courtroom that will translate into politics, our Nic Robertson has his ear to the ground outside 10 Downing Street for us. Good to have you with us, Nic. Not surprising that this happened, but certainly not what the Prime Minister wanted. How did it play out, and will it cause issues for Theresa May going forward?
She thinks it can potentially cause issues, not just the potential that you can get into protracted amendments and therefore a delay to her deadline, the deadline of the end of March for triggering Article 50, which David Davis, her Brexit minister, says can be achieved, but problems because both she and Davis have said that, you know, they're not going to give a blow-by-blow, they're not going to give a step-by-step over the precise plans and nature of this exit negotiation. However, the amendments that are called for will precisely potentially do that. Both Theresa May, David Davis has said that's against Britain's national interest to lay out the plans of its Brexit plans in advance, because that gives the game away, if you will, to the European Union. And we heard from Chuka Umair there in that in Issa Suarez's report. We also heard on the floor of the Houses of Parliament today the Labour Party, a Labour parliamentarian, saying they don't want Britain to break out of the customs union. That's another point of contention that again would constrain potentially Theresa May right now, potentially again in the way that she responds to that, the way that the government responds to that, tip their hand to the European Union, how they plan to negotiate. None of this is what she wants. So that's perhaps where part of her deeper problem lies at the moment.
Yeah, certainly a risky move there. So what are the next steps for the UK government, and what sort of input can we expect from Scotland and Wales, two countries which were against the Brexit?
Sure. Well, very simply, we've heard David Davis today say that very soon the government will be putting a bill before Parliament. This we can expect to be a short and simple bill that will try to get around having lengthy and contentious amendments inserted into it, and they'll hope that Parliament will support that bill quickly, again, because this is the will of the people. Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales, their devolved assemblies, the ruling of the High Court, the ruling of the Supreme Court there was all 11 judges saying they essentially don't have a right to veto. Well, 66% of the Scots people voted to remain part of the European Union. The First Minister of Scotland today has said that this is against the interests of the Scottish people, that they should have a stronger say in this decision. At the moment, they legally, it appears, according to the Supreme Court, don't have that right. Northern Ireland, they've also heard from Republican, United Ireland, if you will, politicians there in Northern Ireland, that they are opposed to not having a stronger voice. But if the question was to go to them, it would be even more problematic, because their power-sharing government has collapsed at the moment. Wales as well, not getting a voice. So that we do seem to have moved beyond the point at the moment for those devolved assemblies to have a strong control over what the government's going to do. It's not to say that their MPs here in Westminster are going to vote or are going to vote against the government's bill, and also perhaps put in long amendments. Lynda?
Certainly a lot to stay across there. Nic Robertson, good to have you with us from London. Thank you.